Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of my Hornby hobby. So if I'm sat down here and you can see a train on the layout, then it can only mean one thing, and that means that it's time for, of course, reading comments. So let's waste no time and get into it. So what I have first is the 4MT that I bought yesterday at Marks Models for £85. I've given it a test run. It seems okay, but there are a few glitches in it, and also there seems to be quite a bit of lack of pulling power, I'll say. The reason being that the reason why I bought this locomotive is because it was the same locomotive that pulled us, our train, at Ecclesbourne Valley Railway. And I've had some coaches some like express type coaches which were similar to the ones that we went on. Bearing in mind I said similar. And they were a bit too light because they were triang, and you'd think they'd be a lot heavier, but they weren't. So I've added a load of weights to them, but I think I've added too many weights and it's messed it up. So I'll just get the studio up and running, and then we'll get into it. Because we actually got quite a lot of comments since the last reading your comments video, which I love. You know, I love seeing comments. I love seeing what people think of the videos, solutions that they bring to problems that they notice that I'm having, and you know, ideas for the layout and things like that. Speaking of which, I will actually do another video today about what my ideas are, because you know how we've got these pieces of baseboard still showing through. You can't see them at the minute, but I'll pan you around. You'll be able to see where it's there, like next to the shed. That's just still looking like a piece of ply, and I want to change that. Right, so here we go. So I'm just checking to make sure that we haven't had any while I've been rambling on. Okay, so with that we can go. See, look at that. It does that quite a lot. Once it gets going, it's fine, he says. Right, behave. Right, so first, Kelly Ashford trains. I have an idea. In the title, type in EP for episode, and you should be able to fit my surname in properly, because you create a Christmas story, you're good at narrating. That is actually a nice idea, Kelly Ashford. If I do a Christmas story. The thing is, I don't know what it's going to be about. Come on, go. I don't know what it's going to be about. You know, the Halloween one was meant to be spooky, so Christmas obviously needs to be the spirit of Christmas. Maybe I could do something like, I know it's already been done by Reverend Audrey, but kind of like a Christmas tree thing. You know, where, I don't know, where the Christmas tree escapes and Thomas has to try and catch it. It's a bit of a weird idea. Carl Payne should have got a couple of lumps of coal cheaper. Yeah, it probably would have been, and it would have been more realistic. That's what a lot of modelers actually do. They actually what's going on with that? It's so sluggish around the corners. What's going on with it? Can anyone explain it to me? See, it's doing it there. On the request for Kelly Ashford video, Medway Railway Modeller, lovely video you put together, hope to see more to come. And we actually got the same comment on the request for Alfie Gold. And then Alfie says, I see you've changed your channel name, is it your real name? No, it's not, I fucked up. Alfie Gold, thanks mate, you're welcome. Halloween special. Now, I was expecting the Halloween special to get a lot of hate, but surprisingly, eDoc2 says, hi there, great video, very well done. Alfie Gold, very well made for a good watch, thank you. I wasn't expecting that, because for me it was a bit terrible, and plus things went wrong. You know, Annie derailed, Thomas stopped working on that straight over there, it all went wrong, and I just had to try and roll with it. And then, request for James Hardy, Kelly Ashford trains. I agree that tender-driven engines can play havoc in a running session. I know replacing a model with a newly tooled loco-driven version is expensive. On that note, I'm sure there's a loco-driven A4 out there you might consider buying. I don't think your curves are too tight. Their second radius and a A4 Steamy should negotiate them without problems. It's up to you how the problem is solved. Well, I think it would be a shame to either get rid of the tender-driven locos or to upgrade them, you know, because they're a sign of accomplishment. I mean, the Plover, for God's sake, that was in bits for ages before I finally put it back together, and the sense of accomplishment I felt when it was finally put back together and it was finally running around the track. Yes, there's still problems, but that's to be expected. I think I just need to make the main driving wheels so loose that they just roll with minimum effort. So maybe I should try and do that. Those requests we've done. Right, on the Thomas the Tank Engine running session, Kelly Ashford, Thomas, we love you. I used to have Hornby models of Thomas, Percy and Ian Clarabot on the troublesome trucks. Add a few Tim McNuff tanks. Those have all been replaced with new Bachmann models, and Toby with his carriage Henrietta have been added. There's new Hornby 040 green tank engine in a small fleet which resembles the Hornby Clockwork Thomas, complete with a custom-made Thomas face and a small four-wheel LNER coach. I've named the green tank engine Todd, who is Thomas's new brother. Now that's actually quite an idea that I played with once. I've not filmed it, but back when I was into take along and take and play stuff, I had it so that then Lady was Thomas's sister, or rather Thomas was Lady's brother. You know, I've still got the... What is going on with you, girl? Why is it doing that? Can you see it? It's staying on the tracks, but it's just a bit sluggish, so it might be maintenance time. Right, episode 54, the Santos Express is on its way. Kelly Ashford. I wonder how many more new model railway channels I'm wound up subscribing to. I have the Santos Express tank engine, although our Christmas goods train has been swapped for the 2020 and 2021 Christmas wagons. Merry Christmas, you madden up for steam engines. I'm madden up myself, who isn't. Yeah, I agree. And that's pretty much it, yeah. So we've actually had quite a lot of comments since the last review comments video, which I adore. That's at full whack and it's really sluggish. Now, before we go, yeah, it's got the LNER coaches because I put too many weights in the express coaches. I call them express coaches because they look like the express coaches that Gordon would pull. Right, that's on the track. So now using this one, it's on its own. It still happens even when it's not under load. I have actually opened it up and taken a little look at the mechanism, but I'm actually a bit too afraid because there's a gear train in there that looks, well, for want of a better word, frightening. Because the gear train in there, there's like, it's nothing like the gear train in the Golden Plover. It's like these gears have got to be in the right order, otherwise that's it. You're done for. But I'm going to have to do something with this. I can't leave this like this. So while this video is uploading, I'll give it a good look over, and then hopefully next time you see it, it should be running a lot more smoothly. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Always much appreciated. And don't forget, we are still taking requests for running sessions. So if you want to see a particular locomotive and a particular train, don't forget you can use both loops and you can incorporate the shunting layout. So by all means, get your requests in and I'll do them as and when. But for now, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Always much appreciated. And until next time, stay safe and thanks for watching.